on the water, going for the first race.
Even start with New Zealand on the right.
This will be the speed test. This is what we've been waiting for.
This thing's got some wheels down there.
Race 1. Victory to Alingi SUI 100.
While we didn't feel we sailed badly today, it wasn't good enough to win.
I'm very pleased with it because I think we're, the same speed, and if we sail well, we'll win.
There's a flag from Emirates Team New Zealand. Alingi forced to tack away, and that's been green flag. Another flag. The New Zealanders in this pre-start sequence certainly being aggressive. Another green flag, no incident. A great start by both boats to the second race of the America's Cup. Alingi coming at Emirates Team New Zealand, leave our tack. A slight error of judgment by Alingi. There has been a lead change. The Alingi trail the New Zealanders.
Race 2 goes to Emirates Team New Zealand.
In the context of America's Cup, this one's huge.
We just didn't quite put the boat in the right place.
It's been huge for the team to square it all up again.
6, 5.
Stop right there. Stop. Competitors, we're going to be pushing this back. We're going to be moving the starting mark again. Race committee standing by. Let's go.
Stop.
We're going to go into some action now. Whoa, that's it. It's got the call. It's shifted again.
Both teams were under postponement. We are under postponement.
Barker late to the start. Alingi full speed. Far right. There's a big wind shift where Emirates Team New Zealand are heading.
Alingi now trail Emirates Team New Zealand by 1 minute 23 seconds.
Well, man in the water on Emirates Team New Zealand. That could have absolutely been a disaster.
And it's still costing them dear. It's an absolute shambles.
Alingi come roaring back at the Kiwis. As the both boats converge, there's nothing in it. Now Alingi take the lead. The New Zealanders are looking strong. There's lots of eyeballs looking down to leeward. This is an absolute nail-biter.
It's good for us.
Race 3. The winner, Emirates Team New Zealand.
I do go to Las Vegas as well, which I enjoy a lot. But the America's Cup for me is a different thing than what we had today. I don't think that race should have. I don't think the race committee should have started the regatta.
It's a tough day, and we'll take the win however it comes.
This is going to be a good start for Emirates Team New Zealand, winning at the leeward end of the line. So Alingi ahead at Mark 1. After leading from start to finish. Going to go to Alingi.
Alingi are back on track. The series is level.
We actually thought we'd be 4-0 up at this point, but
It's a tough school here, and these guys are good. I think it's going to be close to the end, and so every time we have a win, that's a great day for us.
After 4 races, there's absolutely nothing to choose between Alingi and Emirates Team New Zealand, and what originally started as a best-of-9 series has now become a best-of-5. The breeze is up, and after a day off yesterday, Emirates Team New Zealand is rested and looking forward to trying to claim the advantage over the defender once again.
There's a little more breeze today, so we're looking forward to that. Just another close race, get off the line. We've been getting off the line nicely, but it would be nice to get the first cross and hopefully go from there. That's the deal.
At the Alingi base, the family supporters are out in force as the team prepares for departure. Having levelled the series, there is an air of quiet determination at the Defenders HQ and a feeling that the momentum may just have rolled in their favour.
It's a good weather call, wind around 15 knots, sea breeze, as we like, without surprise. Yeah, we can say maybe we needed a couple of days of high level training, and we had that. and now it's time to close the game.
The crowds have gathered along the canal on this beautiful summer day in Valencia and once again are making themselves heard. The support both teams have received has been remarkable and sets the stage for what promises to be an exciting day's racing. For the third time in the series, the advantageous starboard entry lies with Emirates Team New Zealand. Having levelled matters in race 4, Alinghi will be keen to keep the momentum rolling in their favour. Conditions are perfect. There's a very steady 12 to 14 knot breeze, which is forecast to get even better throughout the course of race 5 of the 32nd America's Cup match. The advantage of the starboard hand entry. Alinghi swinging around the port side, the port entry buoy. There she goes, swooping into the box.
Both boats actually came over the line a little bit late, but pretty well bow to bow with Alinghi coming in from the port end. They're the giveaway boat. Emirates Team New Zealand from the starboard end, or the committee boat. They're the starboard boat. They've got the right of way. Coming into the pre-start dial-up, Emirates Team New Zealand coming in from the right. Alinghi swings through the tack. Like tack complete. Change of plan, not a dial-up here by Emirates Team New Zealand. Emirates Team New Zealand swapping sides. Here's a variation in tactic by the Kiwis.
That bad looking distinctly unfazed.
Emirates Team New Zealand are controlling and pushing Alinghi over towards the spectator boats on the right hand side.
Well, it's the first time we've seen a manoeuvre like this for a very, very long time. Certainly not in this match. We thought that there would be some different tactics. We thought there'd be some more aggression, and that's certainly the way it's playing out. Peter Van Nieuwenhuizen up on the bow there. He was having a bit of a laugh earlier on when he was looking at these manoeuvres, but well, this is the first time we've seen them heading into the spectator fleet. Presumably Alinghi will try and use this as to split back and get out of this stranglehold that Team New Zealand have on them at the moment.
Great shot for the punters out on the water. Both boats right among the spectator craft. Emirates Team New Zealand had a different look in the pre-start, coming up to 150 to go. Now the boats are actually down below the line as the New Zealanders come round in the leeward position, Alinghi in the windward position on the left. 30 seconds to go. This is the business end of race 5 of the America's Cup. Coming up to 23 seconds to go. Emirates Team New Zealand in the leeward position. Alinghi pushing hard. They're still early for the start line, both boats. Now into the wind-up. Time on distance to the start line. 10 to go. Emirates Team New Zealand are looking good for an on-time start. Alinghi pushing forward. Emirates Team New Zealand this time have got their positioning good against Alinghi. Ed Beard turns the boat. Coming up for a split-tack start.
Race 5 of the 32nd America's Cup is underway. A real action-packed start there. The breeze allowing that to happen. Emirates Team New Zealand powering away, flat tack out towards the port-hand side of the course. Alinghi have tacked off, crossing in front of the committee boat.
Now there's the ley line. The yellow hard line going to the left is the ley line. The New Zealanders have hung on in that windward position. It did look halfway up this long port that Alinghi might well just blow the New Zealanders away, but they haven't. Emirates Team New Zealand able to survive. Now the Kiwis attacking. We're not going to see a cross. This is almost like race 4 where Alinghi did a very similar tactic. Won the start, went all the way to the port ley line, and we're first at the first mark. And this upwind so far, Emirates Team New Zealand have taken Alinghi past the ley line. Now downwind in race 1, Alinghi in the fresh conditions with the big waves looked fast. There's the umpiring signal system. This is a lighting system the boats have on board, and when the umpires see the 2 boat length zone at the top mark, or there's an overlap, or we're into the proper course, which is 17.1 on the downwind, the umpires may well put those lights on. The zone light should come into effect when the New Zealand boat hits the 2 boat length zone, so they're there. Alinghi, if they were overlapped, couldn't stick their nose in. So Emirates Team New Zealand winning the start. First at Mark 1, have they got the legs on the downwind to defend their lead?
There she goes, the big red kite on Emirates Team New Zealand as Alinghi sweeps round the Alcatel-Lucent buoy. The first mark of race 5, 32nd America's Cup. The red kite is set.
The New Zealand sail nowhere near as stable as Alinghi. I think they've seen this and they're changing spinnakers. Inline peel here. The bowen will clip the tack on here at the pole, and you'll see the other sail being hoisted inside.
There we go. Well, a hole in the spinnaker. Damage on the big red kite for Emirates Team New Zealand.
And the reason they're changing it, that's in a high-low part of the sail. You can see the patching on the sail out of the tack. That's reinforcing because this is the high-low part. And there it goes. Emirates Team New Zealand sail has blown apart on the rip. So now the heat comes on the Kiwis. A mistake, a vital mistake on Emirates Team New Zealand. Alinghi come thundering up from astern. The New Zealanders had started the manoeuvre of their peel. Now the New Zealanders go bow down. They're in desperation mode, defending their lead. As Alinghi come in from behind, it's chaos on the New Zealand boat.
Interesting tactical situation here. Alinghi's trying to get overlapped on the inside. They're running right up on the Kiwis here. Good speed advantage, but tricky tactics.
But there's still problems for Emirates Team New Zealand. The broken sail has got all wound up and is affecting the new sail. Emirates Team New Zealand, it's a disaster for the Kiwis. And Alinghi comes storming through on the inside. Emirates Team New Zealand in disarray, and Alinghi take the lead.
On leg 2 of race 5 of the 32nd America's Cup, yet more drama. We talk about all the time, one mistake it is, bang, a tiny little hole becomes a shredded kite. The Kiwi boat in major disarray. They can't get the damaged kite down, they can't sheet in the new kite that they were already trying to put up. Well, as Alinghi jibe away in the lead.
The New Zealanders lost the tack of the new sail off the bow of the boat. That will mean they'll have to drop the new sail and hoist another one. That will be the defining moment of this race. Watch this, the sail will explode out of the tack, and it just went right across the reinforcing the patch. And just, you can see that Jeremy Lomas out on the end of the pole. He was lucky not to go off the end of the pole with the whiplash. Just watch him hold on. It's an angle from the helicopter, and Alinghi took the opportunity, storming through to leeward of Emirates Team New Zealand as they struggle to recompose. So this is the animation. The sail now has broken comes down, and then Alinghi coming from over a length behind, nearly 2 lengths behind. The speed difference between the boats means that Alinghi can just surge through to leeward to go out, jibe away to keep away from Emirates Team New Zealand, who are wounded.
Here it goes at last. They've got the halyard free. The doomed kite hits the water.
So watch the sail in the water. The halyard will run right through, out the top of the mast. The Emirates Team New Zealand chase boat will come in and pick that sail out of the water as Emirates Team New Zealand now jibe. They're on the ley line to the bottom mark.
Ted Turner winning in '77, I remember that, and that was cool because Ted was such a personality, and in those days there wasn't professional sailors. I mean, Ted was obviously a great sailor, but he was really a businessman who took time off to come up there and race in the America's Cup, and he had a lot of gusto. I mean, he laid it all on the table. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind, and you know, a really colorful personality. And I have to say, now that we've gone more towards the professionalism, the press conferences and everything are so mundane and tame, I think, because everybody's professional. Everybody's, you know, very conservative about what they say, and, you know, they're worried about their next job and their sponsors. In those days, Ted Turner he didn't have any sponsors. He didn't care. He was paying everything, so he could say whatever he wanted. And even Tom Blackhaller and Dennis Conner in '87 in Fremantle used to say some incredible things.
If you want to build a glass boat, why would you do it unless you wanted to cheat?
Whoa. Whoa. I don't think he should have said that, but
I'll take it all back.
Bienvenidos a Valencia.
In Valencia, there is a tradition of craftsmanship and artistry, and the Lladró Museum, otherwise known as the City of Porcelain, is an unforgettable experience. The Lladró name came to life in a small workshop in the mid-1950s. Its founders, Juan, José and Vicente Lladró, were the sons of Valencian labourers and had preserved the traditional process of porcelain production. The Lladró family still directly supervises all production phases, from the sculpting of the pieces to the finishing and painting of the ornaments. In just over 4 decades from the most humble of origins, the Lladró has become the most important exponent of porcelain art. The thousands of spectators who visit Port America's Cup each day use every possible vantage point to keep an eye on proceedings, but there's one particular spot which provides a perfect bird's eye view.
When we've got a group of people, we'll go up and we have a flight every 15 minutes, and the flight itself lasts about 10. It's attached to a cable that goes through the centre, and it's a ring. The people are within a ring, like a caged ring, and they go up 150 metres, and they're up in the air for about 7-8 minutes, and then they come back down again. Everybody that goes on it absolutely loves it, and you can see amazing views of the city. You can see the whole of Valencia. They tell everybody else who's in the queue that it's really fun.
Alinghi, a lead change on the second leg. Certainly they did not want to interfere with the action. They just sailed through the lure of Emirates Team New Zealand as they approach the second mark. Down comes their Jenica. They're going round the left-hand gate. That'll take them out towards the starboard side of the course as the pole comes down the forestay. It's a good tidy mark rounding at Mark 2.
Kiwis taking the other mark, looking for a split here. They're searching for any way to get back in the race, but at 160 metres, they've got a lot of work to do. Alinghi off cleanly, conservative drop. Kiwis under pressure here.
Mark 2 of race 5 of the 32nd America's Cup. Emirates Team New Zealand swing round the left-hand side of the gate, heading up the left-hand side of the course. They trail by a big distance and a time margin of 26 seconds.
Alinghi up a little bit higher, pointing a little bit closer to the mark. Team New Zealand slightly lower, slightly maybe disadvantaged by the wind shift right now, and that's starting to be reflected in the lead marker as well.
There was a lot of screaming on board Alinghi. sure if they didn't have a bit of a problem up on the foredeck. I think they recovered whatever. Just wonder if the sail started to get washed over the side, but they've recovered very well. It's the concern with so much water going over the foredeck in the stronger conditions as Alinghi comes in to the top mark for the final time.
All smiles despite that on the foredeck of SUI 100 as they head up towards Mark 3. Race 5, 32nd America's Cup, with a very big lead now over Emirates Team New Zealand, who are having to play follow the leader. The boat plunges into this breeze. Peter van Nieuwenhuizen helps ease out the spinnaker as Alinghi spins around the buoy. The spectator fleet gathering there at this top mark. Alinghi is off and running on the run for home.
At that time, Curtis Blewett was hanging on mid-bowman to the foot of the sail, and there go the Kiwis round the mark. They're trailing. Certainly Alinghi have been gifted this race so far, not because of boat speed, but because of a problem that Emirates Team New Zealand had on the first downwind. So Alinghi storm on towards the finish. They're very close to the lay line, to the pin end, but one jibe to go for Alinghi as they take out the 5th race of the 32nd America's Cup. New Zealand have stubbed their toe.
1 and in for the Swiss boat in race 5 of the 32nd America's Cup. A disaster on leg 2 for the trailing boat here, Emirates Team New Zealand, handing it to the Swiss on the plate. They have taken it with relish. The horn goes, thank you very much indeed. It's 3-2.
Yeah, it's one of those manoeuvres that, well, it's pretty hard to debrief because you actually know what went wrong, so shouldn't hoist the spinnaker when it's not attached. But it'll be a matter of just, you know, one of the strengths of this team, its ability to bounce and its sort of toughness in adversity. So, you know, we just got to keep together.
We've had situations where we've given up a point, and they had one today. So it's unfortunate for them. I'm sorry for them, but we're not giving any points back, that's for sure.
So gear failure on board. Emirates Team New Zealand gives Alinghi a relatively easy victory. The series stands 3-2 in the defenders' favour, with up to 4 races left.
Well, when we went around the mark, we noticed a little tear, size of probably a 20-cent piece, just out of the tack patch, or just above the tack patch, which is a highly loaded part of the sail. So we decided to peel. And Gero went out to set up the peel. We just bounced on a wave, probably 10 seconds before we were hoisting, and the sail exploded. And in the melee, we ended up with the new sail getting wrapped in the old sail, and we hoisted effectively without it hooked up properly. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what happened. And from that point, it was absolute chaos, basically.
Grant just said that their team's making mistakes. Well, it's not all going smooth on our boat as well. I mean, the pressure is on here. It's a very, very close contest between 2 very close teams and 2 very equal boats. And one little mistake or one little slip up is incredibly costly. And of course, you don't want to be the guy or in the area that makes that mistake. So, the pressure is on.
In terms of how do you react to something like that, I mean, how you react is probably the key to how you go forward. And I think that every regatta has a fork in the road or a defining moment. And you can make it the defining moment if you want, in terms of how you react as a team. And, it's important that we don't create that as a defining moment. We just create it as a loss in the best of 5, effectively, is what it is at the moment, and move forward.
A disastrous day for Emirates Team New Zealand allows Alinghi to sneak into the lead. Can the Kiwis level matters once again? Join us tomorrow to find out. We'll see you then.